Are you calling me a racist?
Oh my God. It is episode 80.
81.
81. Fuck. Of the Keep on Drinking podcast. Yeah. No. We just restarted it because Luke's
My mic was off. You got the episode number right the first time, and then 2 minutes later you forgot it.
Yeah. Would have been 82, I was saying, because, but we skipped last week because I was sick.
Yep. You stayed in my hospital.
I did stay in your house. You were very hospitable.
Yes.
What's the word?
I was very hospitable.
You're very hospitable.
Thank you for your hospital.
What's the word?
Hospitality.
You were very hospitality.
Yes. I was hospitality.
I stayed in your couch for one of the days.
It was fun.
Yeah. People say that about me when I'm sick.
Yeah.
I tend to be a better hang when I'm in the cusps of death.
Yeah, I don't know. No, you weren't like a better hang, but it was just like, well, it was just fun because like everyone was gone, so it was just like I was just doing work, and then you were just like sleeping on the couch, and then like you would just like 3:00, I just like hear like Curb come on. Oh, he's up. So it was just fun, you know. It was just chill.
Curb your enthusiasm. Yeah, dude. I was one time I got all my tonsils taken
Me too.
at the same time.
Yep.
And apparently it's very unsafe and unhealthy to do that. But,
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, these fucking doctors, these dentists.
Yeah.
But one time I did.
You let the dentist take your tonsils out?
Yeah. Well, I tried fighting him for the first hour. But
And they got the laughing gas on you?
yeah, dude. And so when they did it, I was recovering. My little sister was like hanging out with me the whole time. And it, like till this day, she's always like, remember that one time when you were laying in bed and we watched Scooby-Doo for a week straight? I was like, yeah. She's like, that was you were such a good time to hang out with.
Because you weren't mean?
Yeah, I guess so, dude.
Yeah.
I'm slowly starting to realize that I'm very mean, dude. I was
What do you mean? What's your meanness?
Well,
I mean, like you've been mean. I've seen you be mean. You've been mean to me before.
But like
you have like a short fuse.
But like, you know, I don't see that as being mean. I see. Well, I guess that's just being short fused or an angry person.
Yeah.
But when I say mean, I mean like I'll say jokes at the expense of people without a single care in the world, dude.
Yeah.
There's one, and I don't know why I don't care. I just think it's fun.
Yeah.
But
it is fun. It is fun to I was thinking about like bullies.
Yeah.
Like for everything they say about bullying growing up, it's obviously like the coolest like thing to do. Like it's the smart kids are the bullies.
Right.
Like if they're figuring out how to like climb a social hierarchy already, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be fine.
Huh. I would say the fun kids, because I'm not like that with anyone. I'm very nice to. I know we've talked about this to extent before in the podcast, but I'm very nice to acquaintances.
Right.
Very nice, very cordial, very, you know. But when it comes to like you or Alex or Ben or Josh, it's so fun to be ruthless with you guys. But I don't know what that is. I think that's just a sense of freedom.
Yeah.
And just to do shit. But I was thinking about this. There was this kid in my block, dude, and he was smart. He cut ties with me. Like this was like the last words I ever said to him. He was telling me that his mom was a car dealer. No, she was a waitress. Sorry. At a casino. And I told my friend, I was like, yeah, his mom's a stripper. And he never talked to me ever again.
Yeah. Brutal.
And like now as a fucking adult, I'm like, that was very mean that I did to that kid. But I'm wondering, 10 years from now, what am I going to look at that I said today to some of you guys?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, that I should have not said any of that to my friends.
Does anything come to mind?
Not really.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, my thing with you right now is your hair growing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you said you weren't going to cut your hair.
I'm not going to cut my hair till I get in shape.
Yeah.
And then I'm eating like shit. And you're like, oh, your hair is going to get long.
But like, you know, like I don't see that as being mean. I just see that as having.
That's funny.
As having fun.
That's a good time.
As having fun and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I'm a very sensitive guy, so please don't be mean.
Yeah, dude. I think that's why me and Alex get along so well.
Yeah.
Me and Alex Mahaney, we're just ruthless, dude.
Yeah, you guys are mean. Sometimes I'm like, I can't hang out with you guys right now.
with Joshua Creedon. With him, I just figured this out because he's very smart and he picks his words very wisely. So I can't win with him. So I figured this out. He's gonna hear this. God damn it. I gotta go the opposite with him. The opposite direction. I gotta gaslight him. Like that's how I win with him. Like like this weekend, I kind of like slid into him and he like pushed me, started talking shit. He's like, you're fucking in my spot, this and that, blah blah blah. And I was like, dude, I grazed you, and that's your reaction? So I'm gonna regret saying this shit on here because he's gonna know my tactics.
He's gonna know this is war. We'll cut it out.
Leave it in.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure something else out.
But
and how do you get under my skin?
Under your skin? Well, I mean, I'm not getting under people's skins on purpose. I'm just trying.
Getting under my skin is just like I'm just already in a bad mood. You're like, hey, Luke. I'm like, hey, that's what you say to me.
That's how you say hi to the person that was hospitable to you. To the person that let you sleep on their couch.
Yeah. Anyway, we were on the phone. I tell you what I took offense to yesterday.
No, with me?
No, not you.
Oh.
But just what I was being sensitive about yesterday was fucking, that girl DM'd me.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I mean, obviously you know what I'm going to talk about, but just...
Wait, hold on. You want to preface
to
the
set
story?
the stage? Yeah, so I went to a mic on Saturday night, and I'm working on this bit about how I have one dirty sponge in my apartment, and I characterize the sponge as this, and the whole bit is about how I'm just trying to, instead of just getting a new sponge, I'm just trying to clean this sponge.
Yeah.
And
as I'm putting your microwave in?
I put it in my microwave. And there's these 3 really attractive girls there.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh my God. And I was like, part of me was like, oh no, they hate me. But then the other part of me was like, oh, they're listening.
Yeah.
I was like, because I was like, it was like a sponge bomb went off in my place, and you could just hear a ripple effect of
Yeah.
Anyway, so I get off, and one of the girls looks at me. She's smiling at me. I guess it was because there were 3 girls. There was one girl that was the kind of the queen bee type.
Right, the one that was glowing.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Oh wait, Queen Bee. Sorry, I thought you were characterizing the queen.
No, I just mean she was
the head of the bitches.
Yeah, she was she was the Regina George essentially.
Oh yeah.
And she was she hated it. She hated it. And I was like, oh man. But then her friend, who was also very attractive,
Yeah.
Seemed to like it. I got off and she was like, hey, gave me a thumbs up, and I was like, I gave her a thumbs up back.
Stuff.
Yeah. And then that girl who went up, the girl who gave me the thumbs up, she went up on stage.
Right.
And then so she was talking about we're doing this movie. She started talking about this movie that they're doing. So all those girls, they were working on a movie. It's called Lake George or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Should we?
Yeah, probably.
We'll cut the plug.
Yeah.
So we don't know who they are. Anyway.
No, it's fine. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna get back to them.
Yeah, probably not. But anyway, so
have you seen our followers, the people that listen to this podcast?
Yeah.
Old Clutch 311 and fucking old Johnny Gold there.
Talk about comedy.
Yeah. Fuck you, dude, Johnny Gold. Dude, stop listening.
My only interaction with Johnny Gold is when I told the story about starting in the comedy scene and the dealing with that guy.
Yeah.
He messaged me and he was like, Luke, your story made me sick to my stomach.
Oh, dude.
He was like, you have a spot anytime you want to come to California.
Oh, dude. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, so
he resonated with it.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Anyway, so I go, the girl on stage is who gave me the thumbs up. She's plugging the movie. I go look up the movie, and I'm going through the behind the scenes, and then I see her. I get her account through the movie.
The girl
I follow her.
The girl's on stage.
Yeah, I follow the girl who's on stage.
Right, very attractive.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And then I find her friend's account, the friend who was the Regina George,
Who didn't care for the
who
sponge?
who hated me. She
Who
has
didn't-
like 7 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
She's like apparently she started like a Justin Bieber fan movement
Huh?
like 15 years ago when she
Wow.
was 10 or something.
What?
And now like that's how everyone knows her.
Well, Iram knows her,
Yeah.
my girlfriend, and she said that she was like she was like she's the it girl on Tumblr. On Tumblr.
Yeah. So that's her.
Well, we can say her name, right? Was it-
I guess I don't
Was
know.
it was a Wolf?
Wolfie Cindy?
Wolfie Cindy,
Something
yeah,
like that.
She's part of the Glitterati.
She's part of the Glitterati George. Yeah. So anyway, so I followed that girl.
Yeah.
Not the 7 million girl, but
Yeah, not 7 million Jews.
yeah. Not 7 million.
That's the way you tell somebody that just over. No, yeah, dude, 18 million Jews died. No, 6. Oh.
Oh,
Overshoot.
6.
Yeah, dude, 1 million people died in 9/11. Oh my, no, it's 2000. Wow. Just downplaying tragedies.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So I followed the comedian girl,
yeah, thumbs up, girl.
thumbs up girl.
Yeah.
And then, and I thought I entertained the idea of like maybe I'll send her a message, but then I was like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
She messaged me.
The
next day. She goes, I loved the sponge jokes.
Oh, the sponge jokes, dude.
I go, thank you. They're my life's work.
She found you sponge worthy.
She seemed to enjoy my Hep C sponge bit. And so I said, thanks, they're my life's work. And she said, so great. And then I said, when will I see your film? And she said, it'll be out in March something.
March.
And then I said, have you wrapped? Meaning, have you finished filming?
Yeah.
And then she said nothing.
She never replied.
She never replied.
Brutal.
2 questions in a row. I think that's the problem. I think
You
I
think-
asked too many questions.
You think that's what it was? See, here's the thing. You were telling me this earlier, and I have no idea also what you did wrong.
Mhm.
And my brain always goes to thank God I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because I would drown out here in this dating world.
I mean,
Like seeing you and Alex. Well, now Alex is cuffed up now.
yeah.
But like seeing like you and Ben and all the homies and shit. I'm like, dude,
Right.
I would drown out here.
Yeah,
I would have asked 5 questions.
I'm not good. My game is lacking.
But then at the same time, dude, it's not like you're looking to windward. Maybe she has something going on in her own life.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe she was just being nice, like, hey, maybe she felt bad for me about the sponge jokes not working.
She didn't care for that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Oh,
Who knows, man?
maybe she'll get back to you next week. That's how the Glitterati works.
Maybe maybe she put me on hold because there's like, these girls, they got a Rolodex of guys that they can hit up at any time.
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. No,
But-
that doesn't mean, I mean, hopefully that doesn't mean that they're just like banging a bunch of guys because they could. And some do, and then some don't. Usually it's like, it'll be like one guy at a time, and then there's a little bit of crossover, and then
Right. Or,
like with a girl that's really hot like that,
or maybe she likes just having a message and something to look forward to later.
Maybe. Or maybe she just, maybe I just did it wrong. Maybe I fucked it up.
I don't think there's no way where she was like, oh, 2 messages in a fucking row? Yo, fucking Wolf Cindy, come over here. Look at this asshole. And she was like,
Is that the sponge guy?
Cindy, my phone. Fuck you. You're out of the group. Your message was sponge guy. And then she flies away.
Yeah. She has like helicopter shoes. She has all the latest shit. Anyway, so you call. Anyway,
I call it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what the reason is.
Yeah.
I hope I hear from her, but she also doesn't live here
Where does she live?
in Michigan. I'm probably
I
revealing
was just
too.
there. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing to do with it. Sneaking, I was on the road into any conversation.
We'll get to your thing.
Oh, Michigan. No,
Yeah.
I have nothing. It was all
No,
pleasant.
you still haven't told me anything about your trip.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't talked about it. I mean, you've been back like a week and a half. We haven't
Right.
talked about it. But anyway, so whatever the reason is,
Yeah.
I was feeling bummed out about it. Yeah. And then you called Iram.
Well, I called him to see if she knew 7 million Jews, girl.
Yeah.
And she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were like, one of her friends followed Luke, or Luke followed one of her friends, and then she DM'd Luke. And Iram goes, why?
Well, then this is how you know that this is the glitterati, dude.
Yeah.
When you fucking when someone hangs out with 7 million Jews, hits you up, you're like, oh shit, what is this?
Yeah.
You know? But also, she was mad at you. I was mad at you.
Oh.
Because you got collateral damage of a girlfriend dream.
Oh, yeah.
You know how like girls dream that
Yeah,
dude
what
cheated?
a stupid thing. I mean, really, what the fuck is that? What did you say when she told you about that? First of all, do you want to tell the dream?
Yeah, Iram had a dream that she was watching the Keep on Drinking podcast, and that we were in.
And there was a girl here.
There was an OnlyFans girl here. That we were interviewing an OnlyFans chick, and then that she was like, "Oh yeah, fucking touch me," and then you were like,
Yeah.
you were doing your thing. You're having your way with her, and you were like, "Come on, Frankie, join in," and I said, "Nah, man, I'm good," and you were like, "Come on, it's work."
It's showbiz, baby.
It's showbiz. And then I was like, all right. And then another girl came in, which, by the way, wouldn't have made sense for the podcast. Just an extra guest came in just for sexual favors.
Yeah, we only have 2 mics.
Yeah, and then so you had exactly.
You're not here for your thoughts, ladies.
So we fucking So then I ended up like, and she didn't. She was like, it makes me sick to my stomach what you did. I don't even want to say it. And I was like, that's fine. And then so she was like upset at you for egging me on.
Because of a dream.
Because of a dream
Yeah.
in her world. So you got the worst thing that I do. Sometimes she has dreams that I cheat on her and then she gets mad at me.
Yeah.
So this time it wasn't even me. This time it was you.
Yeah.
So then you were like, oh, this glitterati girl hit me up. And she was like, why?
Oh, I see. That makes more sense.
And you were like, fuck you, lady.
But I took it personally. I was like, because she liked my set.
Yeah, you're like, well, I mean, have you not heard of my new sponge material?
Anyway. And then we show Rachel tonight. And then Rachel's like, I'm like, I don't know. She's probably not gonna message me back. And Rachel's like, oh, she's definitely not gonna message you back. Like, well, fuck you.
This is even more. I think this makes it even more impressive that that she hit you up. You know, like you're not as ugly as we all thought you were.
Yeah.
No, I'm just, you're not as ugly as you thought you were, dude. This lady hit you up based on fucking very, very early stages, fucking joke.
Yeah.
And then and your main there. See,
I think
not working out and letting your hair grow long has worked in your favor.
Yes, I will keep doing it. I will. No, I.
Next time she sees you, you'll be 300 pounds and you'll be tripping over your hair.
I'll just look like one of the like Hawaiian guys.
Oh, the guy that sings Over the Rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The #1 funeral song of all time.
Yeah.
Every funeral that song plays. And then he has a whole discography of music, but for some reason when I think of that, I think of this like funeral that I went to.
Well, that's, at Southern funerals, it's like where
Larry the
do
Cable
we
Guy?
A comic goes up at a funeral.
It's just his album. Jeff Foxworthy album.
But they started at track 7, so it just starts with a laugh.
So with him murdering already.
No, but it's like I can only imagine when that day will come. Like it'll be like really sentimental, like country music.
Okay.
Will they sing hallelujah? It's like all about like I can only imagine what it's like in heaven.
You know what happens at Mexican funerals?
What?
Some asshole hires a live band to come and sing sad songs.
Oh, really?
And this has happened twice in my life, where they'll hire him. Well, they'll hire like a small group, a band. They'll
Can
come.
I guess? Can I guess what happens?
Yeah.
They just like get into it and they play hype, like
No.
fun party music.
Well, no. Well, that does happen sometimes, but at these two specific funerals, the two very specific events have happened. Somebody will hire a guy, because these bands, they just kind of hang out by cemeteries. They're just there for hire. And so this has happened twice, and they'll get a guy, and then like the guys, and then they'll come and they follow the funeral because in Mexico you can kind of carry them through the streets and shit.
Yeah.
But then another person in the funeral will pay them to leave because it's getting too sad.
Oh.
But I don't think that happens all the time. But sometimes it does get hyped.
It's like
It's like yo, get the fuck out of here.
much.
Yeah, kid died. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, the
And then
the
you
singer is making it about himself.
and then she left me.
This is my big gig.
Well, the thing is, and then you see him like 4 fucking tombs over doing another gig.
Yeah.
This guy just racked up fucking 4,000 pesos.
Yeah. Business is booming. He's killing these people. Yeah, dude. There's a lot of there's a couple businesses that do well when people die. Obviously, flowers. And when I delivered flowers,
oh yeah,
it was you would always show up. There would be a certain decorum to when you can go into the visitation room and did I tell you about the watermelon?
What? No.
The watermelon flower arrangement?
No.
Okay, so there was a woman that died who was 50, which was
relatively young.
That's a pretty big deal
Yeah.
in the town, especially because she was,
An influential.
an eccentric figure in the community.
Eccentric.
Just
I've heard that word before.
just a persona, just a loved,
It sucks when
a figurehead in her community.
it sucks when people like that die.
Yeah, and so lots of people to the funeral,
Yeah.
and this is when I was delivering flowers for a flower arrangement company, and there was a watermelon company that I guess this woman bought all her watermelons from. And they said, can you make an arrangement that looks like a watermelon out of flowers? Do a watermelon arrangement and then send it there. Which, first of all, are you really trying to leave your stamp on the funeral?
Advertisement.
Yeah, just
Sherry's watermelons.
Yeah. Just you're at the funeral, you see, that's our watermelon.
Yeah.
So anyway.
He goes up to talk, and let's not forget Kelly loved Sherry's watermelon.
Yeah.
2 for $7. Unbelievable prices. She came to us all the time. She loved it. Sherry's watermelons. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah. So anyway, they make the arrangement, and they made it I expected a slice, a U.
Yeah.
And then the U is green, and then everything else is red.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
They did it a top down, a watermelon got cut in half. So it's an outer, it's an outer ring of green, and then the inside is pink. So it's just
It was like a vagina.
a little bit like a
Oh
vagina.
my god, dude.
But you don't know what it is. It's just it's not a watermelon though.
Oh.
So anyway.
How big was it?
I mean, it was probably 40 pounds with the stand and everything. It was pretty big.
You had to carry it?
Yeah. But you stand
It's
it.
the most action you got that year. Just carry this fucking vagina around.
Yeah. Anyway, so we bring it. So we send a picture to Sherry's watermelon or whoever, and then we bring it to
The funeral.
The funeral, or I do. And then there's dozens of arrangements, probably 40 or 50. And I drop it in, and they're like, "Oh, that's interesting," And then I leave, and then I get back to the shop, and my boss is on the phone, and he's just profusely apologizing.
Oh my god.
And he hangs up. He's like, "You got to go get that thing."
Whoa.
He was like, that was Sherry's watermelon. They hate it.
Oh.
They got mad. They were like, that looks nothing like a watermelon.
Oh my god.
They were like, just send in a regular arrangement.
So
Don't even worry about. So he's like, don't go in and make a big scene of that you're taking away this watermelon. That's especially what they don't want.
Just go in and discreetly destroy it.
Go eat it. So I go in, and I'm meaning to be discreet here, and they go, "You can't go in now because the family is visiting with the body."
Yeah.
So I gotta wait out in the regular area. I don't know what it's called.
Just checking your Twitter account.
Well, but people are talking to me. Like, people are like, "Hi, how did you know?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just here with the."
I'm taking the flowers away.
Well, I was like, "I'm here with the Watkins flowers," and they were like, "Oh, you're running kind of late," and I'm like, "Well." No, actually, and I just start telling everyone the story, and they're like, "Oh, that's interesting." Like,
so now the watermelon lady is the talk of the town.
yeah, the watermelon.
What the fuck, Kelly? Dude, we were trying to see this arrangement now.
Everyone was like, "I want to see it."
Yeah.
And then like there were probably like 10, 15 people like all discussing the arrangement that was now being taken away.
Oh shit.
It became so I did not do a good job with the
being discreet.
the discretion there at all. Anyway, so
Do you have a picture of it now, you think? Or you took it?
no, I probably don't. Here, fill some time while I look. Maybe I'll be able to find it. Or maybe I'll just try to find it later.
Yeah, find it later. And then
And then
if you find it, we'll throw it on the screen.
yeah.
But it would be like in your emails or some shit, no?
No, it would be
In your photos?
in my photos.
Oh, because you take a picture of it and you send it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
always got to take a picture
Yeah,
to send it to the client
And you don't have a personal phone?
to
I mean, sorry, you don't have like a work phone?
No. I mean, I'm just on my cell phone, and I was just like I just have like 4 pictures of weed for some reason. Just
Weed?
like yeah,
Okay.
nice. I don't know why, like they're just blurry photos
You're
of
probably already fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why I took those. But
I remember when nugs of weed were a big deal, like
oh
right
yeah.
after high school.
Yeah.
And then you grow up, and then you meet people who are almost 30 that like still take pictures of nugs of weed, and you're like, all right.
What do you think about that? It's a chair of dicks.
All right, dude, stop it right. If you're not gonna find that thing, though, show me pictures on your phone.
All right, I'm sorry.
Your dad's gonna be furious, dude.
Yeah.
So much dead air.
Yeah, he is. Anyway,
So you went in.
oh, I got it out. That was the whole story. But I just basically was gossiping about this flower arrangement at a funeral where they were already like furious.
Dude, if it was me, I would not only would I have fucking made a big deal, I would have accidentally knocked over 2 of their arrangements. I'm so clumsy. Dude.
Yeah. Another time I went to a new church that I had never been to before. Normally I knew you flowers here and drop them here and they'll take them. Right. I showed up at a new place way out in the country. I'd never been there before.
That's fun.
And yeah, it was always fun taking a drive, because you're just getting paid to just, listen to music, hang out.
Right.
It's a good time. But then after a while you're like, oh, what am I, I'm wasting so much time. I would try to write bits for a little while.
Oh, nice.
But, writing bits while you're driving, sometimes it works, but you ever write a good bit when you're driving?
Yeah, the majority of them.
Oh, okay. Well, you and I, we work different. You're always like, let's go for a walk and we'll think of something.
Yeah, because you like just standing there.
I like pacing.
Oh, yeah.
I like pacing in a circle.
Yeah, I like just doing things I always do, like showering, driving, playing GTA.
Yeah.
Like that's how I fucking come up with things.
Yeah, true.
When my brain is like just, because my brain's default mode is silly, unless it's like, let's sit down and you got to be funny now.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
yeah.
and then it's work, and I'm like, dude, fuck this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you went out to the country.
Well, I went to a new funeral home and I didn't know where to go in, and I just picked a door and I opened right into a woman just crying over, whoever, her husband.
Her husband.
Just whoever.
Oh.
I don't remember who it was.
Made it the saddest one.
Yeah.
Could have said her uncle or something. Her husband. It's good storytelling right
she
there.
Was bawling. It was someone. It was someone important.
She had a lot of money.
And I was just like,
balling.
Yeah, she was balling.
Just making it rain on them.
She had the chain.
So you walked in on this lady.
I just opened the door right next to just boosh.
And they said, "Excuse me."
And they just look at me. They're just like, oh, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Can I just leave this here?" And she was like, "Just go." And I was like, "I'm so sorry," and I just ran out.
Oh my god, dude! Did he turn red?
I was very embarrassed. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm like that.
You ever think about an embarrassing moment, and you're and it still makes you cringe?
I have well, I was thinking about this earlier. How I'm very clumsy
Mm.
and I'm very like tight. Like my body's very tight.
But aren't you like pretty athletic?
I was years and years ago.
But were you clumsy then?
Yeah.
So how does that? Seems like a contradiction.
Yeah, a very huge contradiction.
Mm.
I don't know, dude. I mean, if you're fucking when it comes to like holding shit too.
Yeah. See, I'm better at that, but I'm not very athletic.
And not being clumsy?
I'm pretty dexterous. Like I can catch stuff pretty good, and I don't drop things normally.
No, I could catch things pretty good. But
Okay.
I'm talking about like I trip on air.
Oh yeah, I don't really do that.
You know,
But
or
well,
like
I have, yeah.
like I mean, if it's not important, like if my mom hands me a vase, I'll fucking drop it for sure.
Uh huh.
And then like I'll get nervous. But if it's like somebody throws me a ball or something,
Yeah.
then I don't know.
It's the pressure. It's
Yeah.
just like the thing with being funny.
Yeah, like
You're
my
like, it's time to be funny while I carry this vase. Oh.
but like in sports and shit, I'm like, oh, fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun. But like, I was like, don't drop this.
Yeah.
I'll drop it me. But there was this when I first met my girlfriend's dad.
As soon as they say don't drop it, it just feels like it's an artifact.
Yeah, it's like
Like it's important.
well, my mom would hand me shit and shit, but you're gonna drop it. I'm like, fucking, here we go.
She would say you're gonna drop it.
Well, she would call me Chavo del Ocho, which is like he's this like Mexican comedic character who would always like fucking trip and drop shit, just ruin things.
Oh yeah.
A very lovable idiot, fucking kind of what I grew up to be. But she would call me that shit all the time, so I would just go over and just drop shit all the time.
Do you really think you're an idiot?
Me?
Because you said that on stage tonight, and I was actually thinking about that. I was like, he's not an idiot. You just like you don't you are ignorant to a lot of things that are happening.
I think I lean into it for comedic effect.
Yeah. But like you're like
I'm very self-deprecating.
Yeah, but like also like you're good at like I don't know, handling like social situations pretty well and knowing how to like push people's buttons, and I feel like that's a smart trait. That's what I mean like about like bullies like being smart. Not like you're a bully, but like you could be if you wanted to.
Yeah. No, dude. I mean, I'm not good at math, but I mean, that's all.
Right.
I mean, that's that one fucking quote as old as time. I don't know who said it. It's a very famous quote. He said, "You can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree." So I mean, I'm not good at school shit or math shit, but I mean, like if my car breaks down or like if something happens on the side of the road, like I've always been a way to like improvise my way out of it.
Yeah.
I started doing improv on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in an office. No, but I mean, I'm
they don't have a place. Mechanics.
I'm pretty quick on my feet alone when I'm alone, but when I'm with other people, I kind of just let people take the fucking lead.
Yeah.
Like direction wise, whenever I'm with you and we're walking, or just anyone knows, not you. I'm like, yeah, they know where we're going.
Oh,
and
but
then,
with
and
me,
then my brain just shuts off.
Yeah.
Like you or Josh, just anybody that we hang out with.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they know where I'm going.
Dude, my friend came to visit me, and I'm like, let's go here, and then he's walking in front of me and like taking turns, and I'm like, we're not going that way. He's like, well, where are we going? He's like, you got to tell me when we're turning. I'm like, you just walk behind me or with me and just look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He's like, you're walking too slow. I'm like, fuck you, dude. You don't live here.
Dude, yeah. Oh, dude, an example of that that was happening with me with someone where I was rocking in a group, and somebody was calling me an idiot, like a dumbass or whatever. And then I was like, I had enough of it. But they were like, they were like fucking trying to be funny about it. And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. We were walking like up like First Ave, we were going somewhere. And then a turn came, and I didn't say we're gonna make it right here. I just pointed it right, and this fucking makes a right turn, and the whole group would just keep walking straight. It's like, you fucking asshole, come in, idiot, when we're talking, kick your ass. Oh, he's very good at fighting, so I wouldn't kick his ass.
Who was it?
It was Omri.
Oh.
The jiu-jitsu guy. But like, he was like, yeah, man, you're kind of a dumbass, huh? And I was like, not really. He's like, you kind of are. And I was like, oh. And then I turned, and he fucking just hurted him the wrong way right when he said it.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what happened when you met your girlfriend's dad and you were saying being clumsy?
Oh, well, I guess the whole family like gathered together and like, oh, he's gonna fuck with him when he meets him or whatever. And I went out and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And I was fucking very silly. and I want to go shake his hand, and he like kind of like pulled me in like a little bit, and then in my head, I fucking like tripped and I fucking kicked the dog and I fucking dropped shit, and I was like, oh fuck, and then everybody like laughed. Everybody's like, ah, you know, like fucking whatever. The dad fucked with Frankie or whatever. He's like a new guy in the family, and somebody got it on video, and then I watched it, and he did the thing, and I kind of just like I barely even like did like a sidestep.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, dude. In my head, I fucking was doing backflips, dropping shit, dropping the food, kicking kids and shit. And I was like, wow, dude. Like, that's insane.
Also, everyone laughed like you did.
Yeah, exactly. But I think they just laughed that he was fucking with me.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, wow, dude. So, like, that, I think that just goes to show how much worse things you make things in your brain.
Yeah.
Like, that you imagine that you, like, how bad you look like and shit.
Yeah. Dude, when I met my ex-girlfriend's dad...
Yeah.
He this was the circumstance that we met. It was Sunday, and she had lost her keys, and she had
Shannon Keys.
Yeah, Shannon Keys. So she had driven to my house, and now she needed to drive an hour back to where she went to school, and she didn't have keys, so she had to call her dad to get him to drop off the spare key
at your place.
At my place, and I go. She comes in that morning. She's like, "Hey, my dad's coming." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Does he know like where he's going, like whose place this is? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, does he know who I am? And she was like, no.
Does he know that I'm black?
And I was like, does he know who I am? She's like, no. And I was like, all right, great. So
how long were you guys dating at this point?
Not long, like maybe 2 months or so.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't tell your parents about something you've been dating for 2 months,
right? But like,
and also it's very early for you to meet them.
Yeah, and also like he's doing her a favor.
Yeah,
he's driving way out of the way.
Well, yeah, it's his daughters.
Yeah. Anyways, so he pulls up and in like a Land Rover or Range Rover Discovery.
Nice.
And I walk out of the house, walk up to the car, and I just see him like looking at me over the steering wheel.
Why'd you walk out?
Cause
if you would have stayed in, she would have came out and she would have been like, "Oh, that's my friend's house," whatever.
Yeah, that was probably a bad move on my part. But I was like, "This is what I got to do," cause we're men or whatever,
Yeah.
So anyway, I went out. And he's just like glaring at me over the steering wheel, and then she's like, "Hey, this is my boyfriend," and he's like, he just like growls.
What a fucking beep! This fucking guy.
And I go, "Hey, I'm Luke. Nice to meet you." And he's like, "Ah."
What is he, a fucking bear, dude?
Yeah. And I was like, nice car. It's I drove a Land Rover. It's a lot of maintenance. And he's like,
Oh, you insulted the man's car.
He's like, yes, a lot of maintenance. And then just ignored me for the rest of the time.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, damn.
Well, there's my encounter with the girl's racist dad.
Mm-mm.
This was like back in my singleton years. I think I was like a year after high school. I was dating this girl, and we weren't even dating at the time. I think it was like the fourth time we like hung out. She had a party at her house, and then everybody left, and me and her like we stayed in the backyard and shit. And she was like, "I think you should leave. Like my dad's coming, this and that, whatever." And I was like, "Oh, all right." And then we just ended up like talking for longer. And then I didn't know her dad was up. By coming, she meant like he's upstairs.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was like coming from somewhere, and I was like, I got time. And then I said, she goes, "Oh shit!" He's coming downstairs, and then he's coming downstairs, and I get up like I'm like, all right, like to leave, and he's like running down, and he goes, "Really, Ivory, with a Mexican?" But
yeah.
So I run out the front door, dude. My friend, he was there. He drove me to the party. He was at the party too.
How was he able to tell that you were Mexican? He probably just assumed.
He probably saw me.
He probably just assumed
because I was shorter than her too.
Right.
And so like, brother, and it was her stepdad. Like with a Mexican. So then I'm like fucking booking it. My friend, he's in the front. He's driving like a Thunderbird, right? So he like I could hear him chasing me. And I'm like, dude, fuck this. And then I do. It was like the coolest shit hands that I've done in my life. I slide over the hood, like, and then he wakes up. His name was Steven. He's like just short, fat guy. And he wakes up, and I open the door. I'm like, go. And he's like fucked up. He's like drunk and shit. He like fucking turns on the camera. You peel out.
Yeah.
Like high five it and shit. It was probably one of the coolest.
That
moments.
was the best. That was the best moment of your life.
And also, but why I didn't really care was when we went on a date to like the carnival. She had blue eyes, and then at the party she had brown eyes. And I was like, she's wearing fucking color contacts.
Yeah.
So then she texted me. She was like, "I'm sorry. I hope this doesn't affect this and that." And then I was like, "What the fucking contact thing?" I was like, "This is my out." And I was like, it's fine.
Oh, you didn't like the contacts?
I didn't like that she wore. I mean, she fucking.
That is kind of a turn off.
Under false pretenses.
Yeah.
Here I am telling my homies, I'm like, I'm dating this fucking tall white chick with blue eyes. Fucking hang out with her. She's fucking short blonde with fucking brown eyes.
She's got no hair.
Yeah, she has a mohawk.
Yeah.
Oh, here, what's your take on this, dude? I went on a date with this girl, and again, we met at night at a kickback, being like a small party, and I was a little drunk. I asked her out to eat the next day, and she goes, "Yeah." She's like, "I could only do like breakfast or lunch," and I was like, "That's fine. You know, I'll come over at noon." She was like, all right. So then I wake up the next day and I'm like, oh, fuck, I get that date with that girl. I'm like a little drunk. I mean, a little hungover. And so I text her. I'm like, yo, you still there? She's like, yeah. She lived probably like 40 minutes away. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And then, my homie was telling me, he's like, yeah, the girl you were talking to yesterday was hot, or whatever. This and then I was like, hell yeah. It was dark and I was like drinking and shit. So I didn't know. I get to her place and let's say like if I thought the night before she was maybe like a 8. I get to her place, she was like a solid 4 to my taste. And I was like, oh, these fucking assholes. They were telling me she was hot.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, man. I was just,
So is your friends, when your friends say a girl's hot, you're like, oh yeah, she is. Even if you don't actually think she is.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
What's up with that?
This girl actually did have green eyes, too, though.
Uh-huh.
But she
and a lizard's tongue. She had scales.
But she was shaped like a 5'3" Sasquatch.
Oh yeah.
Very very fucking. She was built.
Oh yeah.
And she came.
Built like a brick shit house.
Yeah.
You ever heard that?
No, dude. But she was built like a fucking roofer.
Yeah.
She was built like a concrete worker.
She looked like Mario.
So I'm like, all right. Well, I'm like, well, I'm a big personality guy too.
Sure.
Like, no, her personality. So she comes in the car, we're like talking and shit, and I'm like, yeah, concrete work, you do it. And I'm like,
she laid concrete?
Nah, but that's just what she looked like she did.
Okay.
She probably worked at Claire's or something.
Yeah.
But she should have fucking make it awesome.
You work in the mines?
She made an awesome coal fucking.
Yeah, I just had a contest against the steam engine. Or who's the guy? John Henry? Anyway, that would have worked if I did it right. Have you heard that story?
No.
Oh, it's like the guy who John Henry is the man who went against the machine, against the to see how much coal he could mine in one day, or how much tunnel he could burrow in one day.
Industrial Revolution times.
Yeah, and then the story, he beats the machine and then he dies.
After?
Yeah, right after. But he beats the machine.
Oh, nice.
And then it's like...
And the machine kept living.
And then the machine is fine.
And then the economy boomed.
Yeah.
And then John Henry was there with this fucking shitty watermelon bouquet of flowers.
Yep. Anyway, so...
we go to Denny's.
Yeah.
We're talking about concrete and shit. And so we get there and I'm, it's noon. I order a steak with eggs. Like an adult.
Nice $17 entree.
Yeah, Denny's eating. I gotta show her what's up. Sure,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking concrete worker, but I fucking drive trucks, whore.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Splurge, bitch.
Yeah.
She orders a bowl of fries, and that to me put the fucking
That's the kibosh.
On the casket, dude. Yeah, that would put the kibosh and everything. First of all, like her personality couldn't save it. I can't date a girl who fucking on the first day orders a bowl of fries, dude. She ordered a side.
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen you eat and it's not just an entree. You're not a snacks guy.
I Am I not?
No, I don't think you
At
are.
a restaurant, I'm not a snacks guy, but I like a bag of chips every now and then.
Yeah, but like every time I see you eat a bag of chips, it's like with a sandwich.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
I was thinking about this. I think you're like, cause like I'll get snacks. I'm big snacks. I'm like I'm stupid in that way. Like I'll just like if I'm hungry late night, I'm like I'll just get a bag of chips and that'll be fine. And you're always like, no, we gotta get like a chopped cheese or like a quesadilla or something.
I think that's a New York thing. In California, if I'm in the car, I'm getting actually no, I'm getting a beer. If I'm in the car, if I'm the passenger in the car,
If I'm the passenger,
if I'm a passenger in the car, I'll
if
get
I'm driving, I'll get the 6-pack.
trying to get a vodka. I'll get liquor. No, well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's true. No, but I like a little thing of snacks, but also I don't like ruining my appetite because normally I'm driving to eat somewhere
Yeah.
or I'm driving to an event, and if I'm driving to an event and I'm passenger, I'm getting a road beer, and if I'm driving to eat, I'm not getting a fucking snack.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
But
I mean, I don't agree with the way I live, but I do think that's the right way to live. But I won't defend my ways, but I'm always, it's like I like the quick fix. I like the snacks, like.
I like a meal.
Yeah.
And like in New York, you know, I'm like, what am I gonna get, a fucking bag of chips while I'm walking? What am I, 7?
Right.
You know, so but then also if I'm getting a chopped cheese, I'm gonna eat it, and we're probably going to your place or to a homie's place.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, a meal and a show.
Yeah, dude, I'll get like bag of popcorn, just walk home with it.
Yeah,
eating it on the way. Dude, I walked up and then I walked up to my place just eating popcorn out of the bag the other night, and Katrina was out front smoking a cigarette. I was like, I wish you hadn't seen me like this.
Wait, so what's your take on me getting turned off by that girl who ordered a thing of fries?
It's so funny. That's like one of those things.
She ordered fries, Jerry. It's like a Seinfeld thing.
Yeah. There's so many things that are like, that just seem so pitiful, and you're just like, I don't understand why.
Me or the royal you?
The royal you.
Oh, okay.
Like, and it's different for everyone, but I think if a girl got just fries, I don't think I would. No, I don't think I would care. But it's like, I'm trying to think of a good example. You know, they call it the ick now. That's the term.
A new term, yeah.
Yeah, which I think that's a good term. The ick. I think it's funny.
Yeah, it's like a new word for
just being turned off. But like sometimes like, you know what I don't like? Like, you know how like you're in a, like when you're out with a girl, you're in an intimate space, and then like you're at dinner, or maybe you're like at a bar in a booth. That's fun.
Yeah.
And then you go to walk. That walk, it always like, for some reason, like that can be the ick for me.
The way she walks?
Not the way she walks, but just like the walk is awkward. Like, I'm not good on the walk. I think maybe I'm just not good on the walk. I'm better in the booth or at the table.
What's happening in the walks?
It's just like, that's when the conversation dries up. For me.
Well, that's where your funniness should come out, or my funniness would come out.
Because you like walking.
Because I would point out things. I'd start shitting on things.
Right.
And I think, do you shit on things?
Not as much, no.
Huh. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I'll catch something.
Yeah, next time you do a walk with the chick, instead of whatever, just make things up.
Yeah.
About the street you're on.
Yeah.
Like, in 1873 in the street.
Yeah.
John Revere actually came through and said,
yeah, I'll do that.
So, just
yeah.
Or just dude.
Ralph's.
Ralph's. dude, you gotta put in the work. Fucking look up the route before the date, and then just look up like a quick fun fact. When I met Iram, her sister is married to a Moroccan. I looked up a bunch of shit about Morocco. So then when I met her sister, I talked about Morocco and I seemed well read and shit.
Right.
Immediately after the conversation was, and also I brought a bunch of cash, and she did need cash on the trip, and I had $100 on me. I was like, oh, here's 80. She was like, whoa. So you gotta like think a couple steps ahead. So you're good at chess.
Yeah.
So just sit down and fucking think where the date might go.
Dude,
fucking tip a guy, fucking give a homeless guy $3. That's not a crazy one that
Yeah.
might stick around. What's up?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just thinking about like, it's so interesting when you start dating. It's like this whole like, you're basically doing all these smoke and mirrors. You're like building a house of cards of like who I am.
Dude,
and then it's like it'll never sustain. Dude, every time I meet a girl, and like it's like a really cool chick,
yeah,
and she's like got all these tastes, and she's well read, and she has like she goes to like the theater or whatever.
yeah.
And she likes like old movies. I feel, and I try to make this a bit, but every time I meet a girl like that, I feel like I have done none of my homework and I have like the final exam.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I didn't know I was going to meet you, and now I don't know anything about culture.
Ooh, now you know for next time.
Yeah.
Dude, one time, I mean, I had this pillow I was going to throw away, and I was meeting up with Airam for a date, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it in the trunk of my car. We go, sure enough, dude, that day a guy asks me for money, and I'm like, are you sleeping on the street? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, dude. I was like, here. Opened up the trunk, gave him a pillow, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a move, dude.
Great move.
But
But I don't have a car.
I mean, like now, I'm just like, it's fucking near me. I'm like, hey, asshole. Step away from the paint.
Get back on your bed.
That same guy walks by. I'm like, listen, we've been dating 5 years. You can fuck off.
She knows who I am. Oh, damn it.
Oh shit, dude! I had some. Oh, when you're walking on the date, does this bug you, or does this come to your mind on the side of the sidewalk that you walk in? Because you know there's like a big thing with people.
Yeah, I do that. Walk on the outside.
Yeah, me too. But like now it's become an OCD thing, and then I was like, oh, don't do that. Well, first, my sisters taught me this as a kid. I have older sisters. As a kid, they're like, oh, you gotta walk on the outside when you're on a date with a girl. So like now, whenever I walk with Airam, she's like, that's fucking annoying. Like, stop doing that. I hate it when you do that. And I'm like, well, now it's an OCD thing. So like now if you're on the outside, fucking, I feel uncomfortable.
Right.
So like get on this side.
I always make the same stupid, dumbass joke.
Oh, what is it?
I'm like, I gotta walk out here because, if something happens, like if a bus comes.
You say that?
Yeah.
Like, like if a bus comes and kills you.
And I'm like, I'm like, you couldn't handle it, but I could.
You know what you should say? You should say, I gotta walk out on this and I don't want an air conditioner falling on me.
That's much better. Did anything happen on the road?
Dude, here's the thing. We were typical road trip shit, dude. We were like, well, I did all the driving.
Okay.
Because Mike there has a DUI, and his license is restricted.
Okay.
To go to.
Should we take his name out?
No, he's fine.
Is this part of his act?
No, I don't think it is.
Do you think he doesn't want it out there that he has a Dewey?
Well, yeah, I just take out his last name.
Okay.
I'm indifferent about it.
Okay.
But his license is restricted to go to and from work. And I'm like, hey, we're getting paid for these gigs. This is work.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's a weird gray area, this and that, whatever.
Yeah.
So the whole trip, he did drive 2 hours on the way back because I was exhausted. But so we're driving up, and I've never been to upstate New York, and he's telling me about the garbage plates. You know about the garbage plates?
No.
It's like a plate of appetizers, and it's supposed to be really good. It's like a Rochester thing. So Buffalo's like, we're driving past Rochester. We'll have a garbage plate. He goes, on the way down, we're gonna pass Buffalo. We'll have some fucking wings, and we're like, yeah, dude, woo. We did none of that, dude. Absolutely fucking. You know what we ate, dude? The whole trip.
What?
We ate a sandwich from Walmart. Because this fucking piece of shit.
That's a real garbage plate.
Yeah, dude. This piece of shit van's eating up all the profits fucking everywhere we drive.
Oh, yeah.
And I will say this, dude. We did go check out Niagara Falls. Not worth it this time of year. And I should have known when we pulled up in the parking was free. For a Niagara Falls, like you expect the national park to be like, oh yeah, hey, it's fucking $80 park in an hour, asshole. You would want to see this shit or not? Like, oh fuck. We pull up, it says fucking free parking. Happy holidays. And parking lot's empty. So it's me, it's my stupid ass yellow van, and then just a bunch of making an observation, just a bunch of Indians. I don't know what their deal was with Niagara Falls, but me and Mike Freeman were literally, I swear to God, the only non-Indians there. And so you can look at the waterfall, but there's the section where you get really close was closed off because it was so cold that it was snowing and the floor was icy, and they didn't want people like falling in and shit. So we had to look at it from a distance.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the water that was coming up, what's it called, like the mist, was so thick we couldn't see it.
Oh yeah.
And then on top of that, Mike was like, "Oh, dude, I think they say that the good side is the Canada side for the better view." My passport is expired, and yes, you can't. They don't let you into Canada if you have a DUI.
Oh really?
Yeah, so we're just fucking watching. We're like, it's fucking. I guess it was worth it. We drove almost an hour the opposite direction to look at that shit.
Yeah. 2 hours out of the way.
Yeah,
Total.
dude. Yeah. So after that, we fucking hightail it, B-tail it,
Hightail it.
something with the tail, dude.
Yeah.
They
Out
would
of
tell.
there.
Yeah, we get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
When we drove to the show on Saturday, first show, fucking like 9 people showed up. Lady was heckling the entire time, and at first it was fine, because you know when it's like a small show and it's intimate, so there's kind of an interaction with everybody. It's awkward. It's like, we'll all talk, but so she wouldn't shut the fuck up, and you could tell the other people in the audience were getting annoyed at her, and we're like trying to politely shut her down. 'Cause she's a fucking 1/9 of the audience. So we're trying to politely, like, all right, lady, fucking chill.
Are you getting feedback?
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Okay.
Why?
I just thought I heard something. So the lady's heckling.
So she's like heckling, and then we're like hesitating on shutting her. I'm like, well, I mean, I wasn't headlining, Mike was. So he's like, all right, he's like kind of mean to her and shit.
You did 25, right?
Yeah.
On that show?
Yeah.
It was just you two?
Yeah.
Any a host?
No, because it was just both of because the real headliner dropped out
Oh, okay.
on all 3 shows.
Oh.
So we got paid more.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was nice. 'Cause instead of splitting it 3 ways, we split it 2 ways.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was like, dude.
Did you make was it like a door deal or? Actually, no, we don't need to talk that.
Well, I mean, it was a flat rate plus tips,
Okay, cool.
and then we got a good amount of tips.
Nice.
So, the show ends and like a guy comes up to, like, we're like just hanging out. This lady, she's fucked up, but she leaves. Well, first of all, she ordered a Bud Light. We're at a brewery, and it's like the only brewery in this part of town. And it's so funny to go. Well,
Right.
Mike made this observation. She goes, oh, fucking, they make their own beer here. Yeah, I'll get a Bud Light.
Yeah.
And then, like, so after the show, we're like talking to this guy, and this guy's like, I would have fucking shut her ass on a fucking bitch. And we're like, yeah, we weren't sure we should be meaner. Sometimes it gets awkward if you're mean to an audience member. And she's like, I don't give a fuck. And we're like, oh my God.
What would he have done to her?
I don't know.
Is he saying if he was a comic?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think you would be a comic.
Yeah. He's like, I would have fucked her. It's like, yo, dude.
Oh, he was saying like he would have shut her up with like his dick, like that sort of thing.
No, I said that.
Oh.
Attempt at humor.
Oh, okay, all right. That's what we do.
But it was funny because like this is how I really knew I was out, like, in the U.S. I was setting up because the day before Dolly Parton, she sang at the Cowboys game, right? And I was like, I'll probably shit on Dolly Parton for a little bit. I go, hey, you guys see Dolly Parton yesterday? And everybody went, woo, yeah, Dolly. And I was like, oh, like they loved her.
Yeah.
Over
yeah.
here, if you say your name for like, oh,
Where'd you think you were? Brooklyn?
Dude, I don't know. And I just
America.
fucking abandoned that premise immediately. So then we go to Gasport, Arkport, and then that show was fucking sold out. That show was amazing, man.
Nice.
I was watching the footage yesterday, and holy shit, dude! Like, just waves of that. It was a fun, easy crowd.
How much
dude.
time did you do?
I went short on that one. I panicked for some reason. Like on the first one, the last show was like a small crowd, and I just fucking breezed by time, just hanging out, talking.
Yeah.
This one I was just doing material, and I think I was so scared to ruin like the vibe, and like I was so scared to buy. I just fucking did 20 and got off.
How many people?
That one was like 48, 45, 48,
Nice.
50. They had 48 sold, and then only 45 showed up, and then people walked in and
Oh, nice.
whatever. But that one was sick. And after that one,
You did good?
yeah, dude.
You got some clips?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
I was, yeah, I for sure do.
Did you riff at all?
Yeah, I did. I said I feel like Cesar Chavez up here. I'm talking to some amount of white people.
Oh yeah.
And then I said, is there any like fucking, you guys have any Mexicans up here? And then someone in the back said, oh, two. And there was like a brown guy next to me. And I was like, well, besides me and him. And then I got a
Yeah.
big laugh. And then yeah, I did some like local shit. I like to like look up
Yeah.
shit. Anyways, so we did that one. And then the last show was in Michigan, which, the only thing between where we were at and Michigan, which would have made it, I think, like a fucking 4-hour drive, was Canada. But I don't have my passport shit, and homie over here has a DUI.
Right.
So we gotta fucking drive down this boot, dude, to Ohio, a little bit of Pennsylvania, come back up Michigan, and then fucking do this show in Oxford, past Detroit. And then
How much time did that take?
That took 6 hours.
Oh, so you added an extra 4 hours total to the trip.
So Saturday night,
So you drove 6 hours that you shouldn't have.
Not only that, it took away from the profit.
Yeah.
Because we get there and there was 4 people in the audience.
Yeah.
It would have been better off to cancel the show, but it's not my fucking ship.
Right.
So we drove down. We stopped at Youngstown, Ohio. We got a hotel there for the night. Then went back up, did the show, drove back 4 hours again, dude. Fell asleep at Youngstown, Ohio for 2 hours, cause fucking Mike had to work the next day at 1 p.m. So we wake up we get there at fucking 2 a.m. At 3 a.m. Wake up at 5 and then keep driving. And at this point, I'm like feeling sick, dude. I'm dizzy, and I don't know if it's the cough medicine. I don't know if because I woke up in the middle of my REM sleep. But I'm driving and I'm dizzy, and I'm like this close to telling Mike, I'm like, yo, could you drive? I look over, he's knocked out.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta fucking stay up, dude. I'm fucking chugging coffee. I'm coughing, dude. and we get like fucking 3 hours, I think, by the city. It's probably like 9 a.m. And I'm like, yo, could you fucking drive a little bit? He's like, yeah.
Oh, that's when I called you. Or wait, maybe that was later.
Oh no, yeah, that was later. And then Mike drives, and then I wake up, and then he's fucking falling asleep. He's like, yo, could you drive? I'm like fucking dying over here. And I'm like, yeah.
You drove 3 hours total.
I drove 2.
Yeah.
and then so I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then we switch again. And then at this point, I'm dying, dude. Like you call me, you're running sketch ideas by me, and I'm just giving you nothing, dude. I'm like, dude. I'm running a 12
I think you were like, I think those have been done. I was like, oh, all right.
Well, I was running on 2 hours of sleep, and I was fucking. It was my first day of being ill.
Yeah,
dude. And I get here. I buy myself a Burger King burger. My 3rd meal of the week, by the way. the whole time we ate a sandwich from Walmart, and then a Burger King meal.
You didn't eat?
I think that's it.
What the fuck? How many days was it?
It was 3.
You ate. You didn't. There were days where you didn't eat anything.
Well, dude, we would do this show and then just be on the road. Do this show, drive,
you don't
sleep.
Stop at a fast food or anything.
Oh, I ate what are those octagons from Taco Bell?
Oh yeah, the Crunch Wrap.
Yeah, I ate one of those Sunday night.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
So I ate a Crunch Wrap, a Walmart sandwich, and then I think like a Dunkin' Donuts croissant.
Okay.
I wanted a garbage plate.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, dude. Living the dream. Working comics.
Sounds fun though.
Yeah, dude. It was fun. It was tough. I wish he could have drove, but I mean, like that was a big part of why I came along and shit. Was because I could do all the driving.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at 104.
Yeah. Well.
What
do you got?
I don't know, dude. I'm at comedy shop every day. Oh, shit, through the shop. I'm going to California. Oh, shit, anybody in California? Hit me up. Do some shows over there. I'm going to be there. I'm getting there the 13th. But all this week, I'm just catering, so I got nothing to plug. Oh, here we go. What's new?
I got a roast. New York Comedy Club. Thursday, December 7th. It's the championship. And I'm taking on...
You can gamble on this one.
Friend of the pod. Friend of the sketch page. Ethan Mead.
We haven't had him on.
I know, we got to have him on. But yeah, come out to that if you want to. I guess I don't know.
Has anybody ever came out to any of them?
Yeah, but not from this. I don't think.
I'm from. Oh wow.
But from like me just promoting it on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
But if anyone's listening on this and they want to come see me do a roast, I think it'll be a good time. And next week I'm doing KO Comedy
What's
at
that?
Sucker Punch Sports Bar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that a good venue?
No, it's a sports bar.
Sometimes they're quiet.
There's gonna be sports on TV.
I haven't been to that one.
Yeah, and then I think that's it. I think all the other things that I'm doing this month are social parties.
What the fuck those?
No, I don't.
All right,
Because they are very exclusive. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think that's it for the dates. And thanks for listening.
Shout out Yucateco.
Shout out Yucateco.
Just give me a bunch of merch. They sent me this.
Nice.
They sent me a lunch pail.
Fuck yeah.
And a bunch of shirts and a blanket.
Maybe one day we'll get to do ad reads for him.
Yeah, dude.
on
Hopefully.
here.
But that's it, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for tuning in to episode 81
81.
of the Keep on Trucking podcast.
Are you calling me a racist?